Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? And welcome back to my Let's Play of Dark Souls Part 5, I believe we're on now. Had to think there for a moment. I have got a new weapon, guys. This is the first great sword you will find in the game. It's called the Claymore. Now you can get this weapon on the bridge where the red wyvern is. All you have to do is come up here, up the stairs, and then up the stairs here, and the weapon is actually on a body there, but in order to get it you have to wait for the red wyvern to drop down on the bridge. Make a run for it, you cheeky piece of crap. That's very rude, especially while I'm talking to my viewers. So, just kill him for that rudeness, guys. Anyway, as I was saying, it's on a body, it's on a corpse. You have to wait till he drops down. Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys have got no chill. Seriously. Like, that's so rude, you know what I mean? I'm talking to my viewers and trying to give them good information on the game. So, it's on a body underneath the dragon here, but you have to wait until he drops on the bridge. I know I'm repeating myself, guys, but blame those stupid undeads. And then when the dragon drops on the bridge, just run, grab it quickly, and then run back down here so that the dragon doesn't do any damage. It might breathe fire, and the fire might collect you and get you once or twice, but you should survive one hit from it. So we're going to be moving on in the story. I highly recommend you take a bow with you on this section. It will make things slightly easier. Head left through this archway. There'll be an undead here with a shield. But with our mighty claymore, he is no match. There's also another undead just to the right here, and he will try and knock you off like this, but you're going to have to lure him, get his attention and lure him, and then just kick him and then have him fall to his death. The next section has three undead rats. Now you can, if you're feeling ballsy, you can go in and kill all three of them, but there is a chance they may poison you. The rats do inflict a status ailment called poison, or if you want to be careful, you can pick them off with your bow, but you need to get to a vantage point in order to do this. You might be able to pick one or two of the rats off. You won't be able to pick all three off. So let's just see if I can get the attention of this one. Oh, he's seen the arrow. Pop, there you go. And now he will come out onto the bridge, and he will not be very happy. He will be wondering if you have any cheese for him. I have no cheese, but I've got a great sword to the face, if that's any better. And you can do that to lure them out, stress-free. Or you can just go in like this and just murder them all. They don't have a lot of hit points, but they do build up quite a lot of poison, sorry. They build up your poison meter quite fast, so yeah. Up the stairs here. Just move that mouse cursor out of the way, guys, so it's not. Well, I can't move it. Oh, it's fine. Leave it there. the stairs here. If you head to the left here, up this spiralling staircase, up at the top you will find another Black Knight. But I would leave him for the time being until you have more health, because he is wielding a heavy great sword. And with my current stamina, which is not enough, my endurance is not enough, he will probably one-shot me or two-shot me. So leave him for the time being, we'll come back and we'll get him. The Undead Parish has a few enemies. Just kill this undead here. In the next large open area, there's a few enemies, as you can see. There is a boar here. This is an enemy you need to be careful of, and there's a couple of undeads here. At the top there is also 2 undeads with crossbows. So if you want to, you can pick off the undeads. Have the undeads come to you. Here's another one. Also, may as well pick off these guys up here. It just saves you a lot of headaches. There we go. And your crossbow will not hit me because you are too out of range, my friend. Which sucks for you because I can hit you. Although I'm not doing much damage, I can still hit you. Oh, that hit me. Never mind. Anyway, they're not too difficult, I'll deal with them. And there's another undead here. So I'll draw him out into the open or kill him. That undead's just not going to give up firing at me now, is he? I've started something now. So, drink some Estus. Now we're going to have to deal with the boar here. There are 2 ways you can deal with him. Do not attack this enemy from the front. It is worthless. Your sword hits will just bounce off. He's heavily armoured, as you can see. Hitting him from the side is also a waste of time. You might be able to get a hit in from the back, but really the best way to deal with this enemy is lure him into traps like this fire pit here, this torch. Because they're quite weak to fire. Now if this doesn't work for you the first time, there you go. It takes a while, but if you just keep coaxing him back into that fire torch there, it will do some damage to him. Or if that is too risky for you, there's another way. Come up here and kill the undead. Another undead on his way to me, that's fine. Take care of him. Okay, you'll get an item up here on a corpse called the Alluring Skull. Now this item, what it allows you to do, attracts certain types of enemies. Certain types of enemies are attracted to this item. So for instance, this enemy, if you aim the item at this fire pit here and it lands in the fire pit, it will see it and then it'll just go into the pit like, ooh, what's that? And then this will damage him. And then you wait until he comes back to his initial starting position. And then you do it again. It takes a few attempts to do this, but it's the safest way to deal with this enemy. I mean, you will deal with another enemy like this later on in the game. And then you'll have your work cut out for you, really. Because things will be different the second time around. Chuck the last one. Okay, that's him dead. And that's you dead. Sometimes the boar will drop an item called the Fang Boar Helm, which is a headpiece you can get, and sometimes he won't. Unfortunately, he did not drop it this time. So now we need to go where all these hollows are coming from, which is just down here. Be careful when you enter this because it's a trap, an ambush. They'll lead you into the middle here and then they'll all just attack you from left and right sides, so be careful. Easy enough enemies to deal with though. There's one more here. On this corpse is a key, the mystery key. What it opens, you will find out, guys. I'll climb up the ladder. A couple more enemies here. Cross this beam to get this item. I think it's just a soul. Large soul of a lost undead, yeah. I thought it would be a soul, but it's an item nonetheless. Go through the fog wall. And we're now above the area where the archers were, where the boar was, and the other undeads. So we're actually at a higher vantage point. In this next section you'll come into contact with a new enemy. This is a boulder knight. Now these enemies you have to be very, very, very careful with because they can parry you if you're not careful. But they're not too deadly, they're not too dangerous. You'll get a new shield here, Knight Shield. In the next section is an undead in the corner. Just chilling in the corner. Kick his shield and then just kill him, like that. There's an item on a corpse out there, but we'll get to that momentarily. We'll actually get to that area relatively soon. This is where there's an enemy to the left of you and an enemy to the right of you. There's another boulder knight here. This time he has a shield. And there's an undead here. So this is basically like a pincer attack where they come at you from both sides. And I deal with it. I get the boulder knight's attention, and while this hallway is narrow, use this to your advantage. Narrow hallways are sometimes advantageous. Kill the undead. Before you go across this bridge, head to the left and down the stairs. And we're now in the area with the item we saw from up here. Pick it up and you'll find it's a halberd. But be careful because you have another boulder knight, or you might alert another boulder knight. So the halberd's actually a pretty good weapon. I used to use it quite frequently. 110 damage, which is really good weapon. And it will carry you through the entire game if you level it up adequately. So try it out, try its moveset out. If it's something you like, if it's something you might consider beating the game with, it's also a very good weapon. Now, there's a very large enemy in front of us with a giant shield. We're going to be fighting him very soon. That's, I believe it's called a Berenike Knight. And this one in particular is armed with a mace and a tower shield. So he's not messing around, he means business, but with most huge enemies like that, they have a weakness. They're slow. Yes, I can drink Esters too. You're not the only one. Alright, just kill the undeads so you can fight the Berenike Knight out here. Head inside to aggro him. Oh hi! He's very angry and he wants to pound my skull into dust. Well, you're going to have to get your backside out here then, aren't you? See, the giant shield he has, you can't actually really stagger him. Well, you can, but you have to do quite a bit of damage to him. He will use his shield a lot, but you can just get around him to his back where it's less protected. And yeah, I took one to the face. So yeah, so that mace he uses, it can do a lot of damage, as you can see, if you're not careful. But this enemy is very slow and cumbersome. If you attack his shield like that, your swings will just get deflected. So always get behind him and attack him from behind. It's the best way to deal with him. Don't attack him from the front because all your attacks will just be meaningless. They'll just bounce off. Swig Estus. Not on my watch. And he's dropped something for me. What you dropped? A Titanite shard. Not bad. Sometimes he'll drop a weapon, a greatsword. Sometimes he'll drop a shield. Sometimes he'll drop a piece of the armour he's using, either the headgear or the gauntlets. Make sure you pick up this item here on this corpse. It's a Firekeeper Soul. Very, very, very important item. I'll tell you what this does in a moment. Before we do anything else though, take out your bow, and up here is a channeler. Now you want to kill him here if you have a bow, because what this enemy can do, it has a couple of undeads with him. He can buff the undeads and make their attacks do a lot more damage. So he just basically increases their damage. So if you have a bow, the best thing to do is just do headshots on him. And yes, you can cast magic, but that's not going to do anything, my friend, because if I can get a headshot on you, I can just spam headshots like that and make a pincushion out of you. One more should do it. Once you've killed him, head to the right here and up the stairs. Be careful on the way up though, because there's another boulder knight at the top of the stairs. When they do this stance, do not attack them, because if you attack them while they are doing this stance, they will just parry you. So this is basically a warning. Basically trying to get you to attack and say, oh, attack me now, so I can just deflect your attack. Oh my god. This guy is tearing me up. So now that you've taken out the channeler, the enemies in here won't be a problem. I'll just kill them all, easy peasy. They would be a problem though if the channeler buffed them. That would be very bad. And sometimes the channeler will drop his weapon, the trident. I was kind of hoping he would drop it, but he hasn't, because he is a cheap ass, and you might have to farm this item. If you want all the trophies in the game, you will have to farm these guys, unfortunately. The drop rate is really, really, really thin of the trident dropping. But if it does drop, but you have to constantly farm them and farm them and farm them. It gets annoying, it gets tedious, it gets repetitive, but if you want all the achievements or trophies in the game, that's what you gotta do, unfortunately. So there's another boulder knight here. Same deal with these guys. No, don't attack them when they're like that, because they'll just parry you. And we do not want that, guys. Alright, you'll meet an NPC shortly. But before you do that, make sure you head down here, roll through this barrel. There is an item on this corpse, humanity. Pick up the humanity and jump through these broken, crumbling wooden stacks here that are stacked up against the door. Head up here and you'll find an NPC behind this door. Go ahead and talk to him. Open the door with the mystery key we picked up earlier. Talk to him again and he will tell you his name. He's a bit sinister of a NPC. He's up to no good, I think. I do not trust him, guys. And I won't spoil anything, but you have two options from this point onwards. You can either let him live and get an item he has later on in Anor Londo, or you can get the item now, which will help you tremendously. So I'll tell you a little bit more on that in the next section. Now you can take the lift down and this will take you back to the hub area of Firelink Shrine. Petrus of Thurland, how's it going? Okay, so let's buy some miracles. Now we have the money or the souls to do so. I'm just going to buy heal. Right. So now you need to head back to the bonfire. And while I'm here, I'm just going to do some tuning. I'm going to put my new heal spell in and my pyromancer. So I'll just show you how heal works, how to cast miracles. First you have to attune the spell, then you need an item called a talisman here. And while I'm here I'll equip my pyromancy flame. Press left or right depending on which slot you put it in, so I put it in with my shield and it's here, and then press the L1 button if you're playing on PlayStation, or left bumper if you're playing on Xbox, and you'll cast the spell. And that's how you cast miracles. It's very, very similar to how you do it with pyromancy. So, head down the stairs now and you will find Lordran. He's sat opposite the Firekeeper and has been for some time. The item we picked up, the Firekeeper's soul, give it to the Firekeeper here by choosing the Reinforce Estus Flask option, and you'll now find out that you have an Estus Flask +1. What this basically means is your Estus Flasks will heal more HP each time you use the Estus Flask. So there are a number of Firekeeper souls scattered throughout the world of Dark Souls. Let's see if we can collect them all, guys. So let's have a chat with him. Sunlight medal. Oh, I know you've got a better reward than that. Seriously, a medal. It's kind of patronising you there by saying, "Oh, you saved me. Here, have a medal." At this point, if you want to kill him, you can kick him off the platform here and then quit your game and reload your save. You will spawn back in this area and find the items have been dropped and you can take them. That is the easy way to do it. Or if you want to fight him fairly, you can fight him fairly. I'm going to choose to fight him. Ooh, come on then. No, I just want the ring you have. And you will give it to me, even if I have to pry it from your cold, dead fingers. Ooh, that was pretty good damage, 130. Oh, how did that miss? Ah, still damaged him. Funny well where that came from. I was guarding that, but okay. Out of pyromancies. Alright, I've got plenty of heals on me, so who's going to win this battle? We shall see. Just keep up the attack, guys, and he should fall. eventually. Right, get back down there. One more hit. Thank you for your 5 humanity and your ring of favour and protection. I only wanted the ring off you. So the ring he drops is very, very handy. You should never unequip it, because this ring will boost your hit points, stamina load and breaks when removed, so never take this ring off. Look at the boost you get. It's pretty good, I must say, for the ring you get. Of course, you don't have to kill him, but you will want to kill him, really, because, spoiler alert, he kills the Firekeeper, and if he kills the Firekeeper, you cannot use this bonfire. So, at some point, you're going to have to kill him in the game, because if you don't kill him, like I've said, you cannot use this bonfire. And if you are wanting to use this bonfire, you're going to have to murder him so that he can't kill the Firekeeper. So that's him taken care of, and we've got a new ring. It's pretty much go to the blacksmith now, meet our new blacksmith friend. Got a new miracle. Things are looking good. Things are looking good, guys. Life is good. So step back onto the elevator, it'll take you to the top. You'll be back in the Undead Parish. Kill the undead here if you want easy souls. Alright, run down these stairs into the room at the end here. You'll hear what appears to be a clinking noise. That's the blacksmith that we're going to be meeting, so head down these stairs. Head down these stairs, there's a bonfire on this middle section. Light the bonfire. Over here is Sen's fortress, but we cannot access the area yet, but you can meet a new NPC if you come out here. As you'll see, he's sat on the left here. And people that have played this game before will know who he is. So let's go ahead and have a chat with him. Sigmire of Katarina, so he's he's a fan favourite among Dark Souls players that have played this game. He is a favourite like Solaire of Astora, who we met before. So if you want to complete his quest line, you will have to speak to him here, and then you'll get another chance when we actually do get access to Sen's Fortress, which is this giant building here. A labyrinth building full to the brim of traps, perilous enemies. You're going to have your wits about you guys in this area. Many traps, often resulting in impending death. So, sounds like fun to me, guys. I don't know about you, but it sounds like fun. Okay, so we need to get this open. But you can't actually get it open until you've rung both bells, which is what we need to do. We still have to ring both the bells in the game. Right, run back to the bonfire here and then take the stairs down. And at the bottom you will meet Andre, who is the blacksmith. So don't be rude, go ahead and talk to him and introduce yourself. Kinda looks like Geralt of Riviera from The Witcher, doesn't he, guys? Only a much older version. That's what he reminds me of a little bit, Geralt from The Witcher. Only an old, tired version. So, we can learn a gesture. The hurrah gesture. Talking with Andre gives us several options. Modify equipment, we cannot do this yet because we do not have the ember. You need to find the ember before we can do any weapon ascension. Special ember required for blacksmiths to ascend weapons. But he can reinforce your weapons, which will basically mean strengthen them. So, for instance, the claymore here, that can be a +1, and the more you upgrade it, the more damage it's going to do. But this is all you can do for the time being. You can only upgrade your weapons. Later on in the game, when you find certain embers, he will be able to enhance your weapon's properties. So if you talk to him, he actually hints this in the dialogue. So as he's just said there, Ascension is a finer art. It strengthens a weapon's properties. So it'll make sense when you get the embers. That's all I can say. It's confusing, a little confusing to understand now, but I'm just going to reinforce my weapon. Let's see how far I can take it. Maybe a +3 or a +4. +4. Okay, it's a +4, which is good for me. That's pretty good. Lots of damage there. In terms of items, he sells titanite shards. Now you can either buy these or you can farm them. It's really up to you. It's your choice, the player. Try and save 20,000 souls for the Crest of Artorias, because this is a very, very important item. And in the next video, I will show you what this item opens. If you have the souls, buy the weapons smith box and the armor smith box, and also the repair box. Repair box will repair your weapons and armor. The armor smith box will upgrade your armor, and the weapon smith box will reinforce your weapons. It saves you coming back to Andre, and just, if you have a broke weapon, he'll repair it when you can do it at a bonfire. It takes a lot of the backtracking out of the game when you can do it yourself. Broadsword, longsword, bastard sword, which is, I believe that's a great sword. Yes, it is. Battle axe, got loads of battle axes, don't need any of them. War picks, cestus, castus, I can never pronounce that. This is a fist item. So if you're doing a playstyle and you don't want to use swords or bows, spears, you can always use one of these items. Cestus, castus. I'll probably get lectured in the comments section on how to pronounce it, but yeah. Pike is a spear weapon, thrust weapon. Shields, he has the large leather shield, tower kite shield, caduceus kite shield. So this is a good shield if you don't have the shield I'm using. It has 100% physical damage reduction. The same with caduceus kite shield. Any of these two shields are really good. The large leather shield doesn't have 100% damage reduction, so I would spend my souls on either this one or this one. And he also sells arrows. And that's pretty much the deal with Andre. So like I said, make sure you farm 20,000 souls to buy that crest. So I'm going to rest at this bonfire here and do a little bit of farming offline, guys, to get the souls for that crest. And then I'll see you all in part 6 of Let's Play Dark Souls, where we are going to be going into the Darkroot Forest, and I'll be talking more about that particular area and the items you can get from Darkroot Forest. So thank you very much for watching. Leave me a like and a comment if you would like to do so, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, be safe, bye for now.